Hurry up.
What's good with you? What's good with you? Welcome everybody, YouTube. This is Eric this is the Eric Experience, the YouTube channel. On behalf of Amusing Times, Barbaric Fitness, just life, man. And I really figured I'd make a quick video, and this is really, at the end of the day, this is something that was like, you know, I put this channel out because, one, I want to document this journey I'm on. I want to be able to look back myself a year from now and say, man, you were here, and I'll look at where you are now. And really, at the end of the day, again, I'm really just hoping that anything that I'm going through will help somebody. You know, it'll inspire somebody. It'll save people's steps. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like I said before, time and time again, the things that the people that have jumped in and I mean, like, just people, you know, I mean, I can't just say it enough, man. Really, just the people in the inflatable business who have jumped in and like, hey, you know, do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. Which is a huge shout out to Alex, huge shout out to Jana, you know what I'm saying, huge shout out to Tariq, you know, and a whole host of people, and Ronald, you know, just to name a couple people who have just really been instrumental in guiding and directing me. And Alex has been one extremely pivotal person who's just constantly messaging me and giving me the game on top of the game, and I just can't believe it. But anyway, the reason why I just want to jump on and make this quick video is just, you know, something I want everybody who's thinking about getting into this business, man. It is an exciting business. You know, real talk, it's exciting because I know how it took me over, how it captured me to want to get into this whole thing. You know, it was not an initial thought. You know, initially what I wanted to do is get into the event space, the entertaining space. We're trying to figure out what is it that's gonna really make me pivotal or make me realize a purpose in the dream that I have, because, you know, this is deeper than just, can I make a couple dollars? And so one of those things was the impact it had over me and the excitement it had over me. So really, once I got my first one, I was like truly excited. You know, I went to the house with the first 4 I got, and I did all 4 in one day. Unloaded them, blew them up, inspected them, wiped them down, took pics, took videos, and on to the next one. And I did all 4 in one day. I'm gonna tell you, that was an undertaking for a person who has never, ever done it before. But I was loving it. So it's like, in the day, for me, it was like, this is nothing. But there's a lot in this whole thing that I just didn't take into consideration, and these are the steps that I hope I can save some people. One, and I mean one, get your business structure in order, man. You know, don't step into this whole game. A lot of people who are making some money, and it depends on the level that you're trying to accomplish, but some people who are making some money, they get into the whole thing where they say, well, you know, I'm just going to use my Gmail. I'm not worried about a website. I'm just going to do the Facebook Marketplace thing, and, you know, we'll see where it goes. If you're anything like me, there's nothing that I do it half-assed. Meaning, when I got into this thing, I got into business. I didn't get into let me try and see. I got into this with the whole heart of knowing this is what I want to do. That's the reason why I researched it for a couple years before. It's the reason why I got so familiar with the posts of Nick Glass. It's the reason why, you know, I was truly comfortable knowing that this is going to take some work, it's going to take some discipline, it's going to take me some effort to make things pop. But the one thing that I didn't do is I didn't properly structure my business off the top, which I could have done months before I even bought an inflatable. And now, and for instance, to properly structure it, there's Google offers so many things as far as a business phone number. Get that. Business address. Get that. Professional websites, man, are like easy. Man, you go to Namecheap and get your domain name. You know what I mean? A .com, not a @Gmail. You know what I mean? Get your, there's things now that are popping up like your registered agent, BOI. Get those things done. Insurance. Dude, nothing's worse than you getting your business and it's popping, it's off the ground, and you've dropped 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000 if you really want to be in the game. Let's say six figures. And the reason why I say that is because that it just takes a lot to get in this game, get in this business. But you don't want to get into it and not be properly structured, not have insurance, because you don't want one accident to wipe your entire business off the map and you're done. You don't want anything like that to happen, to take your money away from you, your inventory away from you, your probably and possibly your own personal assets. So insurance is key. Knowing, again, that I've mentioned in previous videos, marketing. Set up your marketing. Get on the forums. If you're really truly serious about this thing, start getting on these different forums and these different groups on Facebook. Start reaching out to people. Start posting. They jump right in. And they help you. So start posting. Start asking questions. Get yourself prepared for the business before the business begins. Before you lay $1 on an inflatable, get the back end ready. Get yourself understanding what you're about to get into. There's things you need, and if you're the kind of person who doesn't want to do just backyard events, again, if you're in the business, if you're really in the business, then you're trying to get the churches and the schools and the businesses and stuff like that. And you're going to need generators. You're going to need some of that stuff that's in the background that you need to have. You need towels for cleaning and cleaning supplies. What's the best cleaning supply? You need to learn how to identify what to buy and what not to buy. What a person is kind of attached to emotionally to their product. If you're going to start off buying used stuff, you might go into it thinking, oh my God, that's a great deal. I can get this 22-foot water slide with a slip and slide attachment, and look how big and how long it is, and it looks great. And the seller's selling it because they've had it for like 4 or 5 seasons. Has some blemishes. But they say it works well and it blows up well with a 2 horsepower blower. And it might need a little TLC, but there's nothing really on it, nothing really wrong with it. But then you go on something like HEC, and you can get a 24-foot for the same price that they're selling the used one for. And then especially another thing that the people who have been in the business for a long time, they can guide you and help you identify what really is a good deal and what isn't. And then, like Alex does for me, he'll send me links to brand new stuff compared to what I'm looking at used, and be like, dude, don't go that route. That's not a deal. Or you're not really set up for that. I don't have quit in me, so there's not many things I'm going to say I can't do. Because I believe in never, regardless to what I can't do right now, doesn't mean I can't do eventually. I just have to be presented with the obstacle, and then I have to work it out. And that's how I approach everything. So there's nothing I feel I can't do, but I can't perform brain surgery until I learn, right? So it's the same thing. You have to get there. But if you can't get something done at your current present state, then don't put yourself so deep into an area that you can't get things done. You can't rent. You can't make money. So you might as well get into the space where you can get the things you need to start making the money. And so the business begins to take care of itself. And then the business buys those things and the help. because you're going to need some helpers when it comes to bigger and better. You're going to need helpers. So let the business grow organically to be able to feed that bigger dream. That's another part that, I had to learn. I didn't get anything really, really big in the beginning. Absolutely everything that I had got in the beginning, I can handle. And I took one of the best advices, and I bought me a powered dolly, which is like having a whole extra person. And so those are the things you want to. So you have to kind of pull back from the emotion part. It's great to be emotional and driven about the business you want to be in, because you want to keep your passion. You want to keep that drive. You want to stay prayed up. You want God to guide this thing. But you also have to be very smart and reasonable about what it is you're doing, so you do not make the mistakes, which is a million of them I've made. Which brings me to another point. Get your credit in order. There are going to be a million deals that you're going to want to take advantage of. And if your personal finances isn't right, your business finances isn't going to be right. So it's great and all and well that these people are posting these millions of videos about, get an LLC and get a bag, get an LLC and I get you 100,000 in 60 days, or 50,000. These are the banks that'll do this. These are the banks that'll do that. There's so many videos out there. They give you just these high hopes. When the fact of the matter is if your personal credit, or as you call PG, your personal guarantee isn't on point, you can't get anything other than some super crazy astronomical interest rate, and it's going to be a low amount they give you, which is like $1,000 or $2,000, which is absolutely nothing in this business. You can get some essentials, but you got your essentials, but you have nothing to rent because your inventory is low, or it isn't to the point where you're going to make an impact to what it is you're trying to do. You want to be in a position to be a competitor off the top. And in order to be a competitor off the top, you have to be able to compete, which means you have to bring the customer service on top of service on top of service, and your product has to be on point and not crazy. You have to be able to deliver on the demand and deliver on your promises and deliver on your guarantees, and then help save people as far as your insurance is concerned, because you do not want somebody to get hurt on your stuff. Not so much because you don't want to lose everything, but you do not want to hurt a person because of your business and your plan, your strategy, how you operate isn't up to par. You want to make sure that you are that guy when it comes to this business. So again, get business structure, get that mentorship, get that back end stuff, get your credit right, get your mentorship, marketing, service. Like I said before, and I didn't coin the phrase, but because everybody says it, and anybody, I'm sure you heard somebody say Chick-fil-A service. Get your Chick-fil-A service up. Get your Chick-fil-A service, customer service up to par. And anybody who works for you, if they cannot support a Chick-fil-A service, they shouldn't be working for you. And then there's going to be a lot of things, like I read a lot of comments from people on how they respond to customers. Customers are going to be customers. I don't care what business you're in. I've been in customer service since I was 14, 15. And over the years, you learn, I don't care what you do for people, they're going to have a problem. You just have to have a made up response to some things, and don't allow a person to trigger you. If you allow a person to trigger you, you will jump into something. Really quick point. I'm at the store, and this guy comes up, young kid. I give him 20, 22. And the customer's like, "What's your name?" And dude instantly pop off. "My name is," and then the dude's like, "Okay, well, I might have to talk to your manager." "Well, I could put you out." So his immediate response was 0 to 100 because a guy was allowed to do something before, and now this kid comes up and said, we don't do that. And the guy had just done it like 2 days prior. So instead of having a already set up way to respond, dude, it's not even your business. Why are you responding in such a manner to a customer who really has a legitimate gripe, and because of your tone and your attitude is the reason why he went there? So you went further, talking about putting him out of a store that isn't even yours? Really? I mean, come on, get a grip on yourself. People, get a grip on yourself when it comes to other people. You don't have to kiss tail. I'm not going to kiss anybody's tail. I promise you that. I'm not kissing tail, and you're not going to use and abuse my business. I'm going to come to you right so that I can make sure that I have given you absolutely everything. And then at the end of the day, if it has to go to litigation, it has to. And, you know, I'll do it with apologies and all that stuff. I'm not going to flash my contract in your face. You signed the contract. It'll just be, I apologize. And we try our best, and we strive to do absolutely everything we can for our customers. And I hope that we can remedy and rectify the situation. How's about 10% off the next one? How about, I tell you what, I'll take 50% off. And that's all within reason. Now, you have to make judgment calls for everything, but you got to have some pre-made up responses, and be quick on your feet, and be slow to speak. Slow to anger, slow to speak. Absorb it, take it in. Maybe you need to count to 5. Do what you got to do, because negative Google reviews is a mother. So, I mean, you do what you have to do. And again, there's people out there that just out to ruin. There's a lot of people out there that want to rent from you, and they want to get it for free, so they'll say some garbage, you know. So again, that's another thing. When you make sure your rental contract is on point, make sure your safety contract is on point, make sure you get your safety course out the way. It's SIOTO. That I just finished mine. I'm certified safety. They give you all the ins and outs. There's certain stuff that these people that post on YouTube and Facebook, they don't tell you. I mean, they're giving you the game, but they're not giving you the nuts and the bolts and the things that are keep not only you safe, but the people safe. Stuff like putting mats at every entrance and exit, 2-inch mats. I'd never heard of that. In the 2 years that I have been researching, I had never heard of that. But because my mentor told me, hey, this is what you need to do, and out of his own mouth, and then when I got my certification in safety, so I was like, wow. There's certain things like steak size. I mean, how much of the steak has to be in the ground? I mean, it's so many things that's so important. You know, I know I'm running long, so I'm about to cut it short. You just have to put yourself in a space to be successful if you want to be in this business. Because I tell you what, like I said before, there's plenty of people in this business who are waiting for the person who didn't do their due diligence, bought some great and wonderful stuff, and they couldn't hack it, and so now they're selling it at a great discount. And these sharks out there, boy, they hungry. They hungry. Oh yeah. Oh, you bought that 27-foot water slide with a slip and slide for 10 grand, and you ready to drop it for 3? Thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it off your hands. I'll take it with a smile. And I might even try to talk you down because you can't handle it anyway. You're ready just to get out of business. So don't be that person. Be the person who's fully prepared so you can jump in this game running. Because, you know, it could be 3 or 4 rental businesses in your town, and you're like, I don't know. Dude, look at your population. I got 3 in this town, and it's a small town, so it's only like 10,000 people. If you take the entire surrounding county that I serve, it's only 35, 40,000 people. 3 businesses can't cover all those people. I don't care how hard they try, and none of them are in the spectrum of the guy that's out of Atlanta. He's an absolute monster. So, you know, is room, and there's plenty of people. I talked to I got another mentor who covers my marketing, and dude is making what, $375,000, and his town is smaller than mine. His immediate town. So there's money to be made. There's a business that is very viable. Just don't come into this whole thing thinking, oh, I just got this. This is nothing. You know, because you're going to get hit over the head with a lot of things, and a lot of opportunities are going to slip by, and the next thing you know, your business will be on the chopping blocks, and you're offering absolutely everything on your business to go at a great discount, and then you'll come up short. So it's just a word of advice, man. I just want to drop that information a little bit because I've experienced absolutely all of it. Everything I just spoke of, I've experienced it all. And so, you know, I've had to not so much draw back, but I had to take some advice from Pastor Mike McClure. There are seasons in this thing. There are seasons of gathering, and there are seasons of harvest. So because I'm new, and because of the weather, and because of the hurricane and all those things, and I started getting extremely frustrated. Not so much depressed, and not so much like, oh my gosh, I'm doing the right thing, but just kind of like frustrated, like, dude, I can't, I'm not renting. I got all this thousands of dollars invested, and I'm not renting. But during seasons of gathering, you gather. Dude, if you're not renting, and you're not cleaning slides all day, and you're not doing all those things that require the business to operate, you got a lot of behind the scenes stuff to do. And one of the primary things is getting that knowledge, learning, gaining knowledge, learning what you don't have, hustling, sending out mailers and flyers and door hangers, and putting yourself out there, and media posts, and finding out who's the best at this, that, and the other. So that way, when it's time for harvest, you harvesting. So I'm glad I heard that message today, because it gave me a new perspective on what's going on right now. I have a new perspective. I'm good. Okay, this is the gathering season, and I'm soaking it all up. I got tons of literature to read, and I got signs and stuff I've been making, and make sure your signs and your banners are on point. Make sure you get your big safety signs so you can post up at every thing that you put up, and dude, learn how to do some of these things on your own, because I'm telling you, it's until you get big enough to really start hiring everybody for everything, which is what you should be striving for. A lot of things you need to do, you should do on your own. I've learned how to design all my signs and banners now, all of them, and it was kind of a good deal that the person I ordinarily go through, which is hats off to Johnny. Dude's awesome. Dude is awesome. But at the end of the day, I can't afford to keep dropping $300, $400, $500, $600 on stuff when I learned how to do it through my daughter, who's in business. And once she showed me some of the basics in Canva and CapCut, I was, dude, I can do this. And I've been off running ever since. The only thing I got to pay for is somebody to print it, So, just learn some things, man. Gather before you open your business. Gather. Take it as a season of gathering. This is a season of gathering for you. Before you start your business, it's a season of gathering. So that way, when you pop them doors open, it's a season of harvest. I want you to comment, like, subscribe, share. Let them know that the Eric Experience is here. I'm presenting everything Amusing Times. I love to throw my barbaric fitness in there, because I'm always be a gym nut, and I'm just going to enjoy it. All love, comment, subscribe.